The heart of your teams. The heart of Atlanta. Valley Sports South and Valley Sports Southeast. The heart of the fan.
Freddie Freeman.
Hollywood's newest star shined bright against his old team last night.
Now it's game on.
Smoke to left center field and deep. Duvall on the run. It's gone. Hollywood could not have scripted that better for Freddie Freeman. And while his former co-stars had their own moments in the spotlight, the comeback fell short. And it was Freddie Freeman and the Dodgers who earned the curtain call in a Game 1 win. Tonight, under the bright lights in L.A., hometown kid Max Fried tries to steal the show and even the series for the Braves in Game 2. The stage is set for Act 2. Will there be another Hollywood ending tonight? Find out next on Valley Sports. Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. Tonight from Los Angeles, California and Dodger Stadium, it's the middle game of our three-game series between the Braves and the red-hot Dodgers who've won 7 consecutive games. Brian Snitker and company hope to even up this series as this fierce National League rivalry resumes in La La Land. Hi again, everybody. Our two stars, Paul Bird, Brian Jordan, Chip Carey, with you for Game 2 of the series. Rough night for Atlanta last night. All the emotions are taken care of. Now it's back to baseball business, Paul Bird. The best way to do that is with a great pitching matchup.
I'm telling you what, Chip, I know it's mid-April, feels like playoffs. Crowd out here going nuts. 2 aces on the hill. Let's start off with Max Fried. The big hook, the high fastball. Need you, big fella. You see the 41 starts since 2020, 21-9 record, 4th most wins in the National League. He has been outstanding. Not going to be easy, guys. We got Walker Buehler on the other side. The high heat, the slider, the big curve. He's added an improved cutter. You see the numbers there as well. 18-4 record, second best winning percentage in the National League since 2020. BJ, since you are the resident hitter of this broadcast, how would you face Walker Buehler?
Well, one, I love this guy because he gets the ball and he's going to come right at you. He's not going to waste time. If I was playing defense behind him, I'm going to make some aggressive plays, play on my toes. But as a hitter, I'm going to be aggressive because he's going to come right at you with that fastball. He's going to get ahead, and he's going to try to put you away with that slider. So you don't want to see that slider late in the count. So jump on him early.
Coming right at you and aggressive. Those were some of the comments of Dave Roberts. His club very confident. 7-game win streak. Maybe some bulletin board material for the Atlanta Braves. Kelly Kroll will have that and more as we continue with this rivalry in Los Angeles right after the break.
You are winning the World Series.
We are winning the World Series.
2 strikes. Got him. Struck him out to end the inning.
Breaking, Dave Roberts got the Braves Sports Almanac from his future self. Plans on opening a casino and hotel in the future. So, yeah.
Well, a Hollywood one-liner from Dodgers manager Dave Roberts this offseason. And quite the bulletin board material for the other 29 teams, especially the defending world champion Atlanta Braves, who, if I'm not mistaken, finished off the Dodgers 4-2 in last year's NLCS, and you heard Tyler Matzek referencing Back to the Future 2, rather witty. And now that we are back here in LA, we figured, why not drum up those comments and see what guys think about it now?
I think it's bold. You know, I think that if you're going to believe in your team, you're going to be a manager of your team, you got to believe in your team. And then he went out and he said it publicly that he believed in his team. So, you know, I can't fault the guy for it. But it does give ammo, I guess, for funny tweets like that.
You got to respect the confidence. But with that being said, you can't knock the Braves off. I feel like we've been the underdogs for, I feel like, every year, especially in our division, and So the Dodgers, I feel like it puts more stress on them.
It makes it even more fun, you know. I feel like, to me, it just locked me in even more, you know, because, you know, when you come and say something like that, you just got to back it up. And, you know, they think they can back it up, and it's great. And we think we can back it up, too, by defending the title. So we got a great teams here, and, you know, at the end of the day, it's who's going to stand at the last. So that's how we're going to talk about it at the end of the day.
You agree, Muscle?
Yeah.
So there you have it. Let the fun begin here in April. The first 3-game series between these two. They'll meet once again later on in June, and then what could be another possible postseason rematch. But tonight, the pitching matchup in store tonight. Max Fried, Walker Buehler. It's all coming your way right here on Bally Sports.
By the GMC Sierra heavy-duty truck. Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet. Only from Xfinity. And by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
Hey, it's great to be in Los Angeles with my partners who pulled double duty. Great job, fellas, on Braves Live. Let's see if the Braves can have a great job and get this series even up at a game apiece on another perfect night for baseball. Ozzie Albies has 4 hits on the road trip, all of them home runs. He's atop the Toyota starting lineup for Brian Snitker. No other changes for Atlanta, which takes aim at Walker Buehler, one of the game's terrific young right-handers, Paul, and a guy that Atlanta has seen quite often.
No, you got it. A plethora of pitches, chip, fastball, curve, slider, change, shuttle, little this, little that. Career ERA, Dodger Stadium, 2.12. He's very, very good. But you know what, BJ, we got a great lineup, and we've gotten to this guy before.
Yeah, because he's one of those guys that's going to be aggressive. He works ahead, and you have to game plan for being aggressive when you face a guy like Walker Buehler, which we did in the postseason and got to him.
Buehler beat the Reds in his last start, and he misses downstairs, and we are underway in Los Angeles.
That pitch right there is what has to happen for Ozzie not to swing.
Almost hit him.
Well, I hope I jinx Walker Buehler. Let's talk about he's getting ahead. He throws the ball in the dirt.
And that ball across the shoe tops. Ozzie couldn't resist, and the count from Buehler is 1 ball, 1 strike. Buehler 1-0, 3.38 ERA, a 16-game winner last season for the Dodgers. And so far for the Braves on the road trip, it's pretty much been solo home run or bust. The Braves are hitting home runs. They haven't hit any homers with men on base. They've done it once. It was Austin Riley earlier in the season, as that's downstairs to Ozzie. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And right now, Albies is feast or famine because, you know, if it's not a home run, he's not getting on. It's a strikeout, or he's just hitting a weak ground ball to shortstop. I hope he locks in, gets comfortable, start driving the ball, getting base hits.
Little pop right side. Drifting out is Muncy near the line, and he'll make the play in foul ground. And Brian, with that in mind, what are your 4 keys for victory in Game 2 for Atlanta?
Well, I hope Max Fried pitches like he pitches in Atlanta. LA hasn't had a lot of success, but take that Atlanta mentality tonight and go right at this Dodger lineup and keep the line moving. We've hit a lot of home runs, but we're not getting enough base hits, moving guys over, getting them in. So hopefully we'll see that tonight.
And nobody sums that up more than Matt Olson, who puts it in play on the first pitch, but into the shift. And an easy out for Buehler, 2 outs. In the Braves' 5 wins this year, they're averaging 7 runs a game. In their 7 losses, they've scored a total of 15 runs. So it has been feast or famine. As Austin Riley is the batter. Riley 4 for 20 for the Braves on the road trip, hitting .273 on the year, 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Riley had a couple of hits here last night and takes a strike. It's 0-1.
One thing you can't do is let Walker get comfortable. The deeper he gets in the game, the better he is.
Shot down the right field line. Good approach by Riley, and a nice play by Mookie Betts to cut that ball off and holds Riley to a long single. So that's how Austin's game began last night. He hit it the other way and is rewarded with his 3rd hit of the series.
And that's why he hit 300 last year, because he can drive the ball all over the field. He's just so locked in. He lets the ball get deep right here, trust in his hands, and he's getting those hits. The home runs are going to come. He is a complete hitter. He's going to hit for average, he's going to hit for power, and that's the way to do it.
So there goes the no-hit bid for Walker Buehler. It lasts 2 hitters, and here's Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna with 4 homers. He's knocked in 8. And was 0 for 4 here last night. Gentle breeze blowing toward left tonight. And a very comfortable 63 degrees at first pitch.
I was around the cage talking to Seiss about Ozuna, the power. He's just crushing balls in batting practice. And Ozuna got called out on those outside pitches yesterday, and he said he was going to get 4 hits today. He told Seiss that. So I hope that happens.
Shot toward right, but Betts, a roundabout route, is going to get there. And the Braves are done in the top of the first after Austin Riley's 2-out hit. Max Fried to the mound, no score early in LA. The Dodgers are red hot. They've won their last 7 games in a row and begin play tonight with an 8-2 record. You heard Paul Byrd say it on Braves Live. This is a very patient and powerful Dodger team. Freddie Freeman had a homer last night. They have thunder up and down, but they've got to somehow find a way to hit Max Fried. And when Max is on, guys, he's as good as they get in the National League.
You see the numbers right there. Last 16 starts, excellent. Really coming to his own when he's learned that cutter, plays off the curveball. You're right, Chip. Got to get ahead of these hitters. And he grew up down the street in Santa Monica. Got to breathe, make your pitches with a big pass list.
Mookie Betts at 189 on the year. Takes inside, 1 ball, no strikes. No homers, 3 RBIs for Betts. He went 0 for 3 last night. And that a little high above the Dodger logo for Mookie Betts. Freddie Freeman and Trey Turner to follow here in the opening inning. Max Fried 0-2 to start the year. 7 earned runs in his first 11 innings. And a 5.73 ERA.
That's just an example why you can't fall behind LA Dodger hitters. 2-0 count. Mookie is swinging for the fences there.
But a harmless foul ball has Fried back in the count. 2 balls and a strike. No shift for Mookie Betts, although in the outfield they play in the opposite way. And a cue ball hit towards second. A lot of funky spin, and Ozzie stays with it. Betts retired, and that's out number 1. That ball snaked as it made its way to second base. So Fried getting some soft contact. I think in fairness, as you look at Charlie Morton, Max Fried, the first couple starts, soft contact, low exit velos, but they've, speaking of the opponents, found green grass. That time, Ozzie in the right place at the right time. Here's Freddie Freeman. First time Max Fried's faced his former teammate. This is outside. This has to be odd, Paul.
Absolutely. Did not like facing my friend. You got to guard against overthrowing him. You want to show him what you got, let it go. And the next thing you know, you're down 0-2. Down 2-0. So you want to relax, just hit your spots.
And a little low. 2 balls, no strikes. From a hitter's perspective, how strange is it to be Freddie Freeman and face Max Fried, with whom you've done so much?
You know, it's a challenge. You know, a guy that you love and you watch for a long time, but when you got to face him, you kind of know what he has, so you're going to be aggressive.
Good live fastball, Fried at 96.
And you want the bragging rights, so.
That's always important, right?
That's right.
Base is empty for Freddie Freeman. And he took another fastball. Max has a good one tonight.
It's Freddie taking fastballs out over. BJ, look out.
That means he's guessing. He's looking for that slider away.
Austin Riley plays the rover in shallow right. 3 defenders on the first base side of the infield. And the 2-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. Fried got him to chase. So Freddie Freeman down on strikes. 2 up, 2 down.
There you go, BJ. Round 1 goes to Fried. He gets bragging rights. See that slider coming out of the zone. Very sharp. It's late break. And a great hitter like Freddie Freeman can't hold up.
And on that pitch that he took the fastball, he was looking for that slider, and he finally got it. And that's what happens when you look for a pitch and he throws it. Even if it's out of the strike zone, you really commit.
And that goes to show you, you can watch video, you can play behind a guy, Brian, but until you're in the batter's box, you really don't know, do you?
That's right, exactly.
So Fried off to a good start. Trey Turner knocked in 3 runs last night. That's no surprise. This guy is an awfully tough out for the Braves, and he's an awfully tough out just about everybody in the major leagues. .310 average, 10 RBIs for Turner.
When you look for a complete player, Trey Turner has to come to mind. Guy with power, he can spray the ball all over the field, he can steal bases, plays great defense.
Fastest guy on the field, and he's at shortstop, so when you get that power from a defensive position, it takes you to another level.
And he's a free agent next year. How about that, Paul?
He ain't going to be free. Promise you that. Swing and a miss for Turner. Something off speed had him off stride, and 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Nice changeup right there, outside corner.
How about that start for Max Fried? He answers a scoreless first from Walker Buehler with a couple of strikeouts. He got Freeman and Trey Turner to swing and miss. So our pitching duel is on after 1 inning. Braves nothing, Dodgers nothing. Before we start the scoreless 2nd inning, let's check out our ultra strong stats. They're brought to you by Charmin, pretty exclusive company for the man starting things off for the Braves tonight. Eddie Rosario has homered against every big league team.
That is impressive right there, being able to do that. And it's good to see him get off the snide yesterday with a hit. Looks like he's starting to let the ball travel and be himself. Hit a bullet down the line. And even his last at bat, he flew out to center field, but he hit it pretty good.
Couldn't stop himself there, and Buehler quickly ahead. No balls, 2 strikes.
When I think of pitching, I always think if somebody's off of mechanics. Talking to Sides, he said there's nothing different in his mechanics. It's more mental and confidence. How important is that when you walk up to the plate?
Well, that's the key to hitting. You got to be confident, and when you're not, you're going to struggle.
Into the shift. That'll be easy. Rosario out by a step at first, and Walker Buehler has his 2nd ground ball out. That's Hanser Alberto who was in the shift and made the play, so score that one 5-3 for out number 1. Here's Travis d'Arnaud, the Braves catcher. Two of Travis's 3 hits on the road trip came last night. He also knocked in a run. And he unloads on the first pitch. No doubter, 1-0 Atlanta to the back of the Dodger bullpen. If I remember correctly, someone said be aggressive early in the count.
No doubt about it. And you know what? Travis d'Arnaud had a chance to watch 5 hitters before him, and he saw Walker starting to get ahead of hitters with that fastball, and he went up there with a dead red swing. Fastball, inner half. Wow. Way to turn on that ball.
I like that sound right there.
So his 2nd homer. Braves strike first. As we've said earlier on the road trip, when the Braves score first, they usually win. So a good omen for Atlanta here in the 2nd. Adam Duvall, the batter. Duvall at .238 on the year. And back head out of play. The Braves getting their home runs. They've now hit 16 home runs. 15 of the 16 are solo. and it's 15 solo homers in a row for Atlanta. We'll take him, but how about a little traffic for the next one tonight? Downstairs for Adam. A ball and a strike.
So far this season, Buehler has been more effective against lefties and righties. Lefties, you're going to see cutter, curveball. Righties, you're going to see a lot of fastballs. For whatever reason, he's struggling a little bit with that slider. I hope he doesn't figure it out tonight.
That hung and fouled straight back. Duvall, a 1-2 count.
Look, we've seen this last year, how a lot of hitters struggled early in the season. Hitting home runs, but we couldn't move guys over. The back end of this lineup has to get it going. You know, when you got a guy like Matt Olson hitting second.
This one popped up left side. Trey Turner should have no trouble. High sky, but he makes the play for the second out. Brian, you're exactly right. The 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Braves this year have combined to hit 171 with 46 strikeouts. That is the 26th highest batting average among that trio in the major leagues. To your greater point, Matt Olson's hitting second because the Braves want traffic when he's up. He's had 4 at-bats this year with a runner in scoring position. That goes to the feast or famine nature of what the Braves have been able to do at the plate.
And sometimes I think that is the new game. I mean, that is the attitude of a lot of hitters. They go up there with that approach that I'm hitting a home run first.
And not cutting down their swing.
Right. With
if
two
there's
strikes.
guys in scoring position or based on the situation, but you're maybe turning back the other way a little bit. Seeing some inside out swings on this trip and guys shooting the ball the other way.
On the ground and up the middle. Orlando Arcia has a hit. So the Braves have 2 two-out singles. They've got a solo home run for d'Arnaud. And Dansby Swanson, the Braves' number 9 hitter, will be up next.
It was good to see Arcia in the lineup. He hits Walker Buehler pretty well. And he gets off to a good start.
He's also one of the security guards for Kenley Jansen. This is the guy we got to get going. Dansby Swanson, bottom of the lineup, 27 home runs last year. When you have somebody like that in the bottom part of your lineup, that's what makes it special. Got to return to form.
Got to make contact. It's really that elementary. 42 at bats for Dansby, 20 strikeouts. That's way too many.
And his timing's off. He's just out in front. He hasn't quite exited that early 2-week spring training swing.
And this is the perfect opportunity. Freddie's holding a runner, and you got to shift over to shortstop. You know, shorten up your swing just to get yourself going.
How do you shorten up your swing mechanically? What do you think or what do you do?
Well, one, you can choke up, and I always say you got to focus on getting your hands in. And that will help you from taking that long swing, the home run swing, which we see all the time. You know, short, quick, short, quick.
Keep your hands close to the body.
Keep your hands close to the body. Drive it the other way.
1 ball, 1 strike for Dansby Swanson. And now he's behind 1-2. Braves lead 1-0. A Travis d'Arnaud homer on the first pitch of his night. A no-doubter to the back of the Dodger bullpen. The second home run Walker Buehler surrendered this year. Max Fried got him in order with 2 strikeouts in inning number 1.
It's surprising they still have the shift on with 2 strikes.
There's the Dodger defense. And the 1-2. Almost hit him. That ball kept chasing Dansby. He jackknifed out of the way for an even count. Top of the order could be next. Ozzie Albies waits.
A lot of friendship matchups in this game. Both these guys played together at Vanderbilt.
That would be some good bragging rights. Played together in college and get a chance to face your former teammate.
Each won a World Series.
Yep.
Took the other one out to get there.
Now the 2-2.
He's really pulling that front side out, which is, now he's looking in the sky.
Yeah.
His head is not staying down in the zone.
And I was even asking you about confidence. Chip, when I'm on the mound and I'm pitching, I can tell somebody's confidence level just by their body language, the way they get in the box, how aggressive they are. If they take too much time, they look around, they look lost, pull on the jersey, all those little things.
High fly ball toward left, but playable for Taylor. And he makes the grab, and that retires the side. The Braves strike first. Another solo home run. This run from our catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Buehler knew it, so did d'Arnaud. Braves 1, Los Angeles 0, headed to the bottom of the second. Travis d'Arnaud, a home run. Braves 1, Dodgers 0 after 1.5 innings. With that home run, the Braves will watch our friends at Truist donate $755 to the Braves Foundation's Henry Louis Aaron Fund with a minimum commitment of $1 million. The total number of homers as of the start of play today was 15, $11,000 to the Braves Foundation. So fantastic work from Truist and Travis d'Arnaud tonight as we head to inning number 2. Justin Turner, Max Muncy, and Chris Taylor coming up.
Max Fried, first pitch, balls to all 3 batters in the first, but retired them. Like to see a strike right there.
Justin was waiting on that fastball first pitch strike. That's one guy I would not throw a first pitch strike to.
1 ball, 1 strike. And that skipped up there, almost hit his front foot. It's 2-1.
Tila had to change the baseball right there. A little scuff mark on it because of the big curve. Guy lines out hits a one hopper to shortstop and has a scuff on it, but ball stays in the game.
Bit of an equipment problem for d'Arnaud. Yeah, Glab used to say all the time there'd be a X in his shoe. Wait a minute. Oh. What is that?
Glad Justin was assisting him on that. What is that? It didn't affect him on a home run, I know that.
Players today get new shoes pretty much whenever they need them, so it's not like the cobbler misplaced a nail in the in the spikes. But that's taken care of, it appears. And the count, 2 balls and a strike. We'll get Kelly on the case downstairs. Maybe she can find out what was in the left shoe of Travis d'Arnaud. As Turner leads off the second, 2 balls and a strike to him. The pitch lifted toward left center field. Arcia and Duvall. Adam makes the play. Ball hung up there nicely. 4 up, 4 down for Fried. Just the kind of start the Braves were hoping to see from Max to this point. And look, let's be honest, this place and this team has been tough for Max to face. And you said earlier, Harvard Westlake High School, 14 miles from Dodger Stadium, big pass list, big expectations. Sometimes that's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not. And you can say it doesn't matter, but when you get out there on the mound and you're pitching in Dodger Stadium, your dad, Jonathan's favorite player was Sandy Koufax, and you got the big curve because of Sandy Koufax. All those things factor in.
On the ground, Olson, nice play. Perfect feed to Max Fried. Muncy out on 1 pitch. That's a pitcher's best friend. Good play by Matt. 2 outs.
Matt Olson is smooth over there at first. Yes, he can swing the stick, but my goodness, he looks like a 6'5" shortstop over there, BJ. Love the movements.
Definitely smooth there. He works really hard. Gold glove first baseman.
Chris Taylor, one of the underappreciated stars on this Dodger team. But they've got Betts and now Freeman and Turner and company. Those guys get all the headlines. This guy's one of the, I think, silent assassins on this team.
Yeah, he's the unsung hero of that ball club during postseason. He's unbelievable. Got him a new contract this offseason.
Yep. Coming off an all-star year last year with the Dodgers. So Taylor batting for the first time in this 3-game series. Boy, that pitch tied him up. 0-2.
Talking to Dave Roberts yesterday, they said he was one of the first guys that they did not want to lose. Chris Taylor, just the way he plays the game, his leadership on the team, is fun in the dugout. He keeps guys going. But man, I mean, it's tough to play in the postseason and come up big, but he makes it look easy.
Nice tempo for Max Fried. He's ready with his 1-2 pitch. And he just struck out Taylor looking. Max Fried with 3 strikeouts and 2 perfect innings. He has a shutdown frame, and the top of the Braves order will go to work trying to extend a 1-0 lead here in Game 2. Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Paul Bird, Brian Jordan, Kelly Kroll, Chip Carey, and our Bally Sports crew. 1-0 Braves. Braves baseball brought to you as always by Truist. A Travis d'Arnaud homer is the only run of the game so far. Ozzie popped out to start his night. And a big swing on a breaking ball. He came up empty. It's strike 1.
How about my game plan, Paul?
I like it.
I said Walker Buehler. Throwing strikes, first pitch, 7 out of the 9 batters.
Serve to left, and it kisses the chalk. Ozzie Albies around first, on his way to second with a bloop double. So those are starting to even up for the Braves. Ozzie needed that, his first hit of the road trip that didn't leave the ballpark, but he's in scoring position with nobody out.
We'll take that all day long. It's like a changeup right there.
Slider in. A lot of sliders and curves from Buehler to lefties. And it jammed him, and
we'll take that jam shot.
Sometimes it's good to be lucky in this game, BJ.
How about Walker Buehler, though, coming in this inning? 28 pitches, 22 of them strikes.
So this is a sight for sore eyes. Matt Olson will now have his 5th at bat of the year with a runner in scoring position. And it comes with nobody out. Olson grounded out his first time up. They do shift with 3 defenders to the right. And Buehler missed inside. Ball 1. Matt's had a great road trip. 10 for 20 at the plate. More walks than strikeouts. A .556 on base percentage. He's been on base 30 times in the first 12 games. I mean, he's done everything the Braves could have dreamed for a player making his Atlanta debut. And let's see what he can do second time around against Walker Buehler with a 1-1 count.
Especially coming back home where it's a little harder. You want to get off to a great start. You go out there and you try too hard and you struggle, but not Matt Olson.
Good cut over the netting foul. 1-2. Olson saw Buehler a couple of times during interleague play. He does have a hit against him. And Matt started action tonight at .452 with his batting average. It's now at .442.
He goes to a curve here. He almost has to bounce it.
Tried to. And Olson a good eye for an even count.
Nice call, Paul.
Just watch. He's been pitching in patterns the last couple games, and Olsen has just got such a good eye, BJ.
Yeah.
He just spits on pitches early.
He has that small zone.
Leadoff double for Albies has Buehler in some trouble here in the third.
And when I say spits on pitches early, when the ball's halfway to home, he's already made a decision. I'm not swinging. Great eyes, sees it well. Body language, he's not going down to see where it is or chase or look like he's going to flail at it or check swing. It's just excellent.
Outside of the knee.
At the very least, Matt wants to get Ozzie to third here. The pitch. And there's that good take. So a full count, getting that pitch count of Buehler up. He hasn't retired a batter in the third inning. He's pushing toward 40 pitches after 98 tosses in his last outing against the Reds. That bounces in the Braves dugout to the right side, still full. Pitch number 8 coming up.
Just another great at bat by Matt Olson. Getting to the full count, fouling balls off. Has to be frustrating to a pitcher.
Absolutely.
He'll see a ninth.
Everything has been in or down. Matt Olson with power to all fields. BJ, can he find the left center field gap? We got some room out there.
Right now, Buehler doesn't have anything that can get by Matt Olson. Big league at bat here in the third inning. This will be the 11th pitch.
And as a pitcher, you got to get this guy out, because if you walk him on 12, you've wasted 12 pitches and you have nothing to show for it. That's even more frustrating.
I mean, he's all over him. Pitch number 12 coming. As I said, Matt hasn't had many chances with men at second or third base. He's relishing this chance. He's going to take advantage of it. Braves trying to add to their lead. And a great walk. A 12-pitch at bat. And to Paul's point, 2 on, nobody out, and a whole lot of energy expanded for Walker Buehler.
That has to frustrate a pitcher. Hopefully to take him out of his ball game here.
When you saw Buehler towards the end of that at bat, taking more time in between pitches, you're seeing it now. When you throw really hard too, which Buehler does, that big power arm, high leverage pitches with a guy on second base, it does take a lot out of you.
Now you got to make him pay. Riley with a single to right his first time up. Up the middle, but right into the shift. Bobbled. 1 there, 2 there. Riley hit it squarely, but right up the middle. Runner at third, 2 outs. And so after 12 pitches, Buehler gets 2 outs on 1.
Look, I like Austin's aggressiveness. You know, after throwing 12 pitches, Buehler does not want to fall behind. He hits the ball hard, but wow. Positioning, all about positioning. That's when the analytics work.
All you can do is try to hit it hard. But Muncy right behind the bag had an easy play for the double play. So it's up to Ozuna if the Braves are to cash this chance in. And all of a sudden, new life for Walker Buehler. Strike 1.
think Walker's recognizing how aggressive the Braves hitters are being on that first pitch.
High breaking ball. 0-2. Just did get a piece of that.
And that's the body language of confidence. Just swinging, excited, aggressive. Can't wait to get in the box. Taking the best BP on the team right now. Launching balls opposite field. BJ, can he run into one?
Well, he knows this pitch is going to be away.
He was ready for it.
Buehler made a mistake there. I don't think he was supposed to throw that pitch down the middle.
There is room between Freddie Freeman and Max Muncy on the right side of the LA infield. But Ozuna has no margin for error. He's down 2 strikes.
One thing Ozuna said before the ball game is they're pitching him away, and he said he's going to drive one oppo one of these pitches that he sees away.
At the very least, the Braves have forced 20 pitches for Buehler in the inning now, and it'll take at least 21 to resolve inning number 3 for Atlanta. This long rest for Max Fried, who's set down 6 straight. Eddie Rosario waits on deck. And the inning is over. Braves had first and second with nobody out. A double play and a strikeout keeps it 1-0.
He missed it earlier this afternoon. Atlanta making quite a few roster moves. As you take a look here, Touki Toussaint and Dylan Lee have been recalled from Gwinnett. Sean Newcomb was designated for assignment, and Huascar Ynoa also optioned to Gwinnett. And in talking to Brian Snitker this afternoon, he said, you know, as far as Touki Toussaint goes, he is fully stretched out. So if they need him to cover innings, he should be ready to go when it comes to that. And Dylan Lee, I know Braves fans, you saw him in the World Series last year. They really like this guy, had a great spring. He also had options, so that's why he didn't start with the team. And as far as it goes for Huascar Ynoa, they said they really liked the adjustments he made and certainly some improvements last night. But guys, he needs consistent work. And with the upcoming off days, he's just not going to get that here with the big league club. So they want him to go down to Gwinnett and work on things. And hey, maybe Kyle Wright sort of situation when he comes back. They'd love to see it.
And yes, that would be nice, Kelly. And we wish Huascar all the best as he tunes up and continues to work toward successful form with the Stripers. And we wish Sean Newcomb all the best. It just didn't work out here for the Braves, at least at this point. And who knows, maybe he'll remain with the organization. Jacob Webb, who was designated for assignment a few days ago by the Braves, ended up with the Arizona Diamondbacks today. As Max Fried has a 2-0 count. And now a 2-1 count to Hanser Alberto.
And I wish Jacob Webb the best. Great young man. It was nice to see him come up here and battle and compete.
I think missing all that time, Huascar Ynoa last year really hurt him. Now he has to figure out that consistency.
Broken bat right to Riley. And Alberto is an easy out. 7 up, 7 down for Max Fried. And here's Cody Bellinger. Late change to the Dodgers lineup today. Gavin Lux was originally in Dave Roberts' starting 9. He was a late scratch. So they add Bellinger to the lineup. Lux out. Austin Barnes hitting 9th. Bellinger batting 8th.
Pretty good team when you can pull Bellinger off the bench.
Yeah. Man. Former MVP.
Pretty good team if you're starting them on the bench. I can't believe that.
And a big floater in for a strike. Max is starting to get the touch and feel going. Can't do much better than he's done tonight. 7 up, 7 down with 3 strikeouts. And the Braves have given him the first run of the game on a d'Arnaud homer. Max Fried finished the 2021 season with a tremendous flourish on the road. He was undefeated with a sub-1 ERA in his last 6 road starts. High in the air to center, but Adam Duvall is right there. Backs up a couple of steps. 8 up, 8 down. Our Georgia Natural Gas impact player is Max Fried. Braves want him to be a stopper tonight. So far, he's doing his part.
Absolutely, and loves pitching on the road. You see the numbers right there. Love the strikeouts per 9 innings. Tough to hit off of. A little of this, little of that. And it struggled in his career early against the Dodgers, but 1-0 record and a 2.25 ERA in a pair of starts last season.
And what was so noticeable about Max's record in those final 6 games, he didn't hurt himself with walks, and that's, I think, been an issue the last couple of starts for the Braves. In rotation, too many free passes. Understandable when you face a team like the Dodgers, how patient and aggressive they are. That sounds like opposite ends of the spectrum, but they're a rare team that can feast in both of those categories, and certainly did here last night. Austin Barnes, the 9th place hitter, takes outside. 2 balls and a strike.
That's a good changeup tonight. Using that in some big situations. That's not on the scouting report. The changeup is, but not the usage in big situations.
And blisters a fastball over the inner edge.
You know, the things that the Dodgers do so well, the hitters, yeah, they're aggressive on that first pitch, but they're patient. And they take what you give them. They don't try to swing for the fence all the time.
It's almost like they read your 4 keys today. They know how to keep the line moving, right?
That's right. No, it's frustrating watching these guys, you know, especially playing against them in so many big games. How they sit back, and it's so nerve-wracking how they take so many really good pitches from the Braves guys, and with 2 strikes, they just slap something the other way in the gaps.
Yeah, I wish all the best for Sean Newcomb as well, but if you're a guy that comes in the game that doesn't have command, this team will eat you alive, and that's what we've kind of seen. Sean's got a big arm. Somebody's going to grab him. But on this team, you have to get ahead. You have to throw strikes, and then you may get a little chased if you get that 0-2, 1-2. But other than that, they will wait you out.
Barnes putting up a fight. He's 4 for 10 to start the year with a couple of home runs. 8 up, 8 down for Fried to start his night. And his 37th pitch is again back to the screen. Barnes giving the Braves left-hander a taste of what Matt Olson gave Walker Buehler.
BJ's got him set up for the big hook. 2-2-2. Will he throw it right here after the high fastball?
Not with that baseball, he won't.
He wants big seams.
He's trying to find a scuff on it.
The 2-2 pitch. He went around, and that will retire the side. Max Fried 9 up, 9 down with 4 strikeouts. Braves lead 1-0 in Game 2 at Dodger Stadium. Maximus has his 8th game tonight. After 3 innings, Eddie Rosario set to lead off for Atlanta. That's part of our Liberty Mutual Insurance field coverage. Walker Buehler has a terrific young resume, but the Braves aren't afraid of him, guys.
Absolutely not. Great game plan against Buehler. Be aggressive. d'Arnaud adds to that home run. He has just been crushing Buehler. But it's just good to see these guys be aggressive and take what Buehler gives them.
BJ, who did you crush? Who was your guy?
Steve Avery.
Oh.
Oh, I know.
Steve just had a birthday the other day, by the way. That's not a nice present. 0-1 pitch. Moves him off the plate.
Braves country did not want to hear that.
They did not want to hear that. You're right, but I love facing
What
Mr.
was it?
Avery.
You just saw it well off
I
then?
just saw it well. I saw it like a grapefruit.
1 ball, 1 strike. And back to the screen. Conversely, Bird, who did you love seeing in the batter's box?
Oh, man.
Who did you own?
From the right side, Brett Boone.
Okay.
And
Brett
from
Boone.
this is crazy, but I could not get Justin Morneau out for the Twins. He was my toughest.
Hard hit ball and a base hit for Rosario. That pitch was up in the zone, and Eddie jumped all over that. So his bat coming to life with 2 hits in this series. And as we showed you on the graphic, Rosario and company starting to measure up. Buehler already 5 hits.
It's a good job staying back, getting on top of that fastball, looking for that fastball up in the zone, but showing his quick hands, getting on top. That's what you want to see out of Eddie Rosario.
Swinging the axe, BJ. I just had to mention, you know, those guys, Justin Morneau, and it was a base hit.
Again, aggressive swing early in the count. Darno pops this one up to Muncy. A couple of 1-pitch outs for Buehler in the game. And Adam Duvall will hit with Rosario at first here in the Braves' 4th.
14, Adam Duvall.
Duvall popped out in his first and only trip tonight. Duvall, Arcia, and Swanson combined 1 for 3 tonight. If they can turn this lineup over with traffic for Albies, Olsen, and Riley in a 1-0 game. Carlos Darno, a first pitch homer, is the game's only run. And a strike. This era of analytics and defensive metrics, you see teams shift on just about every major league player now. Obviously, the only way that defensive alignment's going to work if a pitcher makes his pitch, which makes it more difficult for Duvall to do the baseball thing, which is hit it through that gaping hole on the right side. But you see how Buehler's pitching him, Brian, to your point. Very hard to get your hands in on the inner half of the plate at 95. So when fans say, oh, just hit it the other way, good luck against guys like Fried and Buehler who are dueling tonight.
Those are fans who have never hit at the big league level.
2-1 pitch.
But you got to take advantage of pitches like that.
That was
out
it
of
right
half.
there.
That's where you got to drive that ball the other way.
Yes. Snuck it past him.
Again, you remember seeing hitters, they know you game planning them in and they kind of move at the last minute.
Hit toward left center field, but Taylor is going to get there. And that's the second out. Rosario back to first.
No, absolutely. Palmeiro was the best at that. He would open up one pitch, and then next pitch he would step into the baseball and it made the pitch away, be down the middle.
Orlando Arcia.
And, you know, you throw, what, 4 or 5 pitches? He's going to be right on one of those. And so that was tough to defend against, and it became a guessing match.
Arcia will try to keep the inning alive. He's got a base hit tonight. Braves have 5 hits. 1 of them left the ballpark. They've left 3 on base so far tonight. I think it'll be fascinating next year when we see the regulation of the shift. If more emphasis will be placed on putting the ball in play, moving runners over instead of launch angle baseball. As this one smacked toward the right center field gap. Bellinger got a good jump, but won't get it. It's off the wall. Around third is Rosario. They're going to wave him. Wash says, get on your horse. Here comes the relay throw. It's up the first base line. The throw to third is going to have Arcia in a pickle, and he'll be tagged out. But boy, did Atlanta need that. He put it in play over the head of Bellinger into the right center field gap. Rosario scores from first on a 2-out double, and the Braves extend their lead. Well, guys, we talked about the lower third for the Braves, hoping to come through tonight. Orlando Arcia's doing his part. He's 2 for 2 and now has an RBI, and the Braves lead by a pair.
Smart lineup decision today, putting Arcia in that lineup. He owned Buehler last year. He's getting off to a great start tonight.
So Max Fried with a 2-run lead now. He's retired the first 9 Dodgers in order with 4 strikeouts. He's had every pitch at his command to this point. So now the second time through, we'll see what adjustments the Dodgers and Max Fried make.
This crowd is ready to roar. It feels like playoffs. Dodger Stadium is packed. Got to keep them out of it, BJ.
There were 52,000 fans here last night. Might be more than that for game 2 tonight. And why not? You've got Fried and Buehler.
Got to keep this guy off the base paths. This is their leader once he gets going.
Crack toward left, but Arcia is there. He hit it on a line at the 375 sign. 10 up, 10 down for Fried to start.
Hit that one hard, but great positioning by the Braves. Arcia.
He hit it. Arcia caught it half a second later.
Look, I know we've been struggling defensively in the outfield, but I like Arcia. I mean, he's been covering some ground, making some plays out there in left.
Especially in the big ballparks, big left fields. Freddie Freeman struck out for the Dodgers his first time up. And he tried to ambush Max and fouled that away for a strike.
Listen to Freddie's interview, and he said the fans keep yelling Freddie every time he goes up to the plate. He's like, that's some pressure.
Max ready with his 0-1. And a little chopper to Matt Olson. Race to the bag, and Fried is there. He's retired the first 11. Freddie Freeman 0 for 2, and 2 are out.
For those of you wondering if pitchers are athletes, all you got to do is watch Max Fried cover first, sprint over and catch a foul ball.
I think he's still mad. He took the bat out of his hand with the new rules, DH.
Well, he is the final Silver Slugger pitcher in Major League Baseball. As Trey Turner hits, he struck out in the opening inning. And that's out of play to the right side. Fried trying to back up what Clayton Kershaw did last night. Kershaw's been excellent in the first couple of starts for LA. Max Fried, the Braves left-hander, matching him pitch for pitch here in game 2. On the ground, Riley dives, fast runner, loads up, fires a strike, and gets his man. Max Fried perfect through 4 innings, 12 up, 12 down. Austin Riley handles a hot smash off the bat of Trey Turner. Leathered larceny at third base. We go to the 5th, 2-0 Atlanta in front. Championship season with special World Series jewelry and commemorative keepsakes for the Braves fan in you and from the Braves fan collection. Shop the men's and women's collections with pieces starting as low as $29. See it all at jostens.com/Braves. Great play by Austin Riley to take care of Trey Turner. 4 perfect innings for Max Fried. Now Swanson, Albies, and Olson coming up in the 5th. Braves putting it all together tonight
They enjoy a 2-0 lead.
Well, fellas, we got to get this guy going somehow, some way. I think if Dansby can get hot, we'll see this offense move along.
Has hit Buehler well in his career. Again, college teammates. Maybe this will get him going a little bit. And it's just timing, right, BJ?
Just timing. Still a little behind out of spring training.
Out of play by Swanson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, if you remember last year, Dansby came to the clubhouse burning some sage to exorcise the evil spirits. He might need to take some of that sage and take it to the bat rack.
I remember that. He changed some things with that sage.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll say this, the Braves have done an excellent job tonight of being patiently aggressive, if that makes sense. They forced a lot of deep counts against Buehler. A couple of innings where he's thrown 20 or more pitches. Already 6 hits tonight. And Dansby just took one for strike 3. He knew it. And Swanson is out number 1. Braves lead 2-0. The first run came on a Travis d'Arnaud homer. Let's show them all to you. Why not? Braves have hit 16 homers this year. It's our StatCast powered by Google Cloud.
Second most in Major League Baseball, spraying the ball all over the field. Just got to get some guys on base when they hit those home runs.
Absolutely. Out hit the Dodgers last night. 10-7. Just need to get some of those guys on before the big one.
15 straight solo homers for the Braves. You'll take them any way you get them. And Ozzie pokes that one into right center field. So he's got a 2-hit game. And that single comes with 1 out here in the 5th inning, and Olson gets to hit with a man aboard.
For the second time today. I like it. Not that home run swing we're used to seeing out of all He's just putting that ball in play.
I love watching that guy play. He is the Energizer Bunny. He is like everybody's favorite little brother.
Yep.
So good.
Incredible hard worker.
I love seeing him and Ron Washington work out together. It's like father and son.
I was going to say, it seems like Wash is his Major League Baseball father, if you will. They have such a great relationship. I mean, how can you not like a guy that plays as hard and with so much joy as Ozzie Albies does?
Loves coming to the ballpark with that big smile on his face.
Another great relationship right there. Ozzie went deep last night, rounded first, smiling at Freddie. Fun to watch.
Also tried to go deep there and just missed. It's 0-2.
Love watching him. There's no panic in his eyes. 0-2 count. So what? I'm still going to draw a walk if you don't throw me another one in there.
12 pitch at bat for Olson last time up. Ozzie's running, and that one in the dirt, ball dropped, and Albies will stand at second with a stolen base. Braves haven't done an awful lot of running in the early going this year.
Talking to Eric Young, he said we're not going to steal very much because we have so many guys that can hit a homer, but how about that jump?
You know what? He knew it was going to happen. He threw 2 fastballs in a row. You got an 0-2 count on Olson. Why not take off now? Because the big curveball is coming.
That's the first Braves stolen base, if I read the stat pack correctly this year. It's game number 13. So an RBI chance for Matt, who grounds to the right side. Freddie Freeman to Buehler. That's a repeat of what we saw off the bat of the Dodgers first baseman in the 4th inning. And runner to third now, 2 outs for Austin Riley.
Braves 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position last night. 0 for 3 right now with runners in scoring position.
That's why on paper you like some. Well, yeah, it'd be great when you get guys on to try to steal a base, try to force the action. First the pitch. As you look at this squad, Arcia, Swanson, Albies probably your best bets to steal. That's 3 of your 9 offensive players. This team is not, and not many are built the way the '84 Cardinals were.
Those days are over, Chip.
1-0 pitch is low to the Braves third baseman Austin Riley, who just made a great play at third base and has a 1-for-2 night.
See that big third inning right there, courtesy of Matt Olson.
12 of the 21 pitches went to Matt. Now Buehler 2-0 to Riley. Oh, what a rip. Like to have that one back. As we check out our Zaxby's indescribably good player, it is Braves third baseman Austin Riley.
Last 50 road games, 347. Look at that OPS. Unbelievable. This doesn't even show his defense. 44 RBIs.
Check swing. It's going to turn to gold for Riley. He didn't mean to, but an excuse me swing plates the third Atlanta run, and the Braves add on here in the top of the 5th.
To me, that's an important RBI right there.
And they manufactured it thanks to the stolen base.
That's what you're talking about, going the other way?
Going the other way, even if it's a mistake swing right here.
Who I didn't mean to.
He's so strong, though. I mean,
yeah.
Anybody else, that's just a pop-up right there to Freddie, but that goes shot to the outfield.
So a 2-hit night for Riley. Braves up 3. Now he's running. Here's the throw to second. It's a little high, and Austin Riley steals a base. So 2 swipes in the inning. I love it.
I like it.
Absolutely. Also not on the scouting report.
EY must see something out of Buehler.
We're going to have to call EY Pinocchio. We're not going to run a lot. Huh? 2 steals in the inning, first 2 of the year.
We showed you the numbers on Riley earlier. This time last year, Brian Snitker was fielding questions of how long are you going to stick with Riley?
That's right.
What's Riley going to do this year, getting off to a better start, better approach, really coming into his own in the league? It's going to be fun to see what his numbers are like at the end of the year.
High fly ball. That's well hit right. Betts going back to the warning track, and just enough room. Ozuna just missed a 2-run homer, but the Braves manufacture a 3rd run, 2 singles, 2 steals, and a 3-0 lead.
Little of this, little of that. Good curve. There's the slider into righties. He's gotten ahead of hitters after the first. 46 pitches, 30 strikes. He's through 4, guys.
12 up, 12 down.
Yep.
Just the way we love it.
And a 3-0 lead, so he's got some margin for error now.
I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to make any more comments on that. I'm not superstitious. To quote Michael Scott, I'm just a little bit stitious.
Turner leads off the 5th. He flied out to center. Muncy and then Chris Taylor. And leave it count for the Dodger third baseman. No homers for Turner yet. Figures that'll change as the weather warms up here in Los Angeles. It's supposed to warm up after we leave town here. Braves have one more game tomorrow afternoon. Off day Thursday, and then we start a nice homestand with the Marlins on Friday night. 2-1. Off the side of the mound, right out to Ozzie. Piece of cake. 13 in a row set down to start the night. Action begins in the Dodger bullpen. Evan Phillips is getting ready. Six groundouts, 4 strikeouts for Max Fried. Just 3 outs in the air so far in this game. Here's Muncy. He bounced out to Matt Olson. What a story Max Muncy is. Cast away by the Oakland A's. He comes to Los Angeles and fits right in with his offense, the launch angle craze, and 36 homers last season. I don't know if he hit 36 homers in his Oakland career.
And he is clutch, especially in the postseason. Tough out.
And they missed him.
They really missed him last year.
He got hurt on the last day of regular season play against Milwaukee. The elbow ligament caused him some problems. Both he and Kershaw and Max Scherzer had problems in the postseason as the Braves vanquished them. And that bounced up there.
He's a valuable guy, and a guy can play multiple positions in that infield.
Absolutely.
And he can play outfield. You wouldn't prefer that, but Dave Roberts has moved him to the outfield a couple of times.
Justin Turner's the leader on this team amongst a lot of great players. And the one thing that he goes around and teaches and talks about and they work on is that good plate discipline and honing in on the ball up. And Muncy is one of the reasons he's taken off here is he's benefited from that. And even Trey Turner has talked about how it's helped his career out to come over here and listen to that philosophy.
1-2 pitch. And Muncy fouled that away. Tell you what, Max has done a really good job tonight. His fastball's been 93, 94. Pumped up there to 97. He's had a little extra in the tank when he's wanted it tonight. It is not the max effort, max velocity that we saw in his first start and his first inning of the year.
Got a big pass list, Chip. Trying to impress.
1-2 count.
But then you got to remember, it was a shortened spring training. You know, you look at his first start, he came out with all the adrenaline early on and, you know, gave up a couple of tinkered jam shot hits. And even his next start, not as Maximus as we would like to see, but tonight it seems like everything's starting to come together.
2-2 pitch. And that stands to reason. Here we are. We're about to get to the 2-week mark of regular season. Third start. Brian Snitker and Rick Kranitz, like every manager has said, their starters and their relief guys were 2 or 3 appearances shy of what they would normally get in spring training. So would you expect, Paul, from this point going forward, more consistency, more sharpness, more crispness, more length from starting pitchers, not just for the Braves, but around baseball?
Absolutely. This is where you start to hone in on the pitchers ready to throw 7, 8, 9 innings. You don't see it as much anymore, but the arm strength is there if you need it.
On the ground, another chance for Ozzie. Third hop, another ground out. 2-man out. Let's enjoy a quick message from Truist.
Jessica was born to care.
That's my best friend. She don't need no.
Miss Hogan's class? It's Atlantis.
Today, she's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care.
Max Fried has been brilliant. 14 up, 14 down. He got Taylor looking to end the second. One of Max's 4 strikeouts on the night. Braves are trying to even the series, earn their 6th win, and snap LA's 7-game win streak. One ball, 1 strike.
Paul, you quiet because you're superstitious? What's going on?
No, he said he's just a little stitch.
Good changeup. Good changeup. Everything's okay. Nothing to see here.
And as I said in the first or second inning, there's nothing for the Dodgers to eliminate from Fried's arsenal tonight.
No, you're absolutely right. He's using his changeup more, which he did before that pitch. Good slider down in, good action. You see Taylor swinging at a ball that bounces. That's when you know he's got a good stuff. Getting away with a few mistakes. Keep it going.
Tried the outside edge, just missed. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He comes back with that hard slider, down and in. Try to get him to chase.
After that pitch, I do like that call. Slowed his bat down, throw something looks like a fastball that isn't. Here it is.
Overcooked that one, and now a rare full count.
That heater's supposed to be down and in. Inside part of the plate. Going for the strikeout, BJ.
I'll trick him with a slider in the dirt. I think he'll chase it.
Shake off fastball in. Here we go.
Had it covered, and we'll try again with a full count.
Sometimes when you miss with the pitch, it's like that second guy in golf that goes behind the first guy that shanks it in the woods. He always takes a better swing. So thinking in the big leagues is, hey, my big league pitcher, if I throw that pitch again, I can correct it because I just missed with it.
So they try the fastball up and in. Taylor fouled that away.
Here comes the slider.
And it's lifted to center. And Duvall drifting back. Still going at the wall. The park just big enough to hold it. Max Fried, 15 up, 15 down. He's perfect with a 3-0 lead in Game 2 at Dodger Stadium. The ballpark just big enough to hold it. There's the catch. There's the reaction. To New York. Max Scherzer on the mound for the New York Mets against the San Francisco Giants. And it looks like Max Scherzer was having himself quite a night, huh?
Wow, great ball movement by Scherzer. Not throwing more than 90 miles an hour. You don't have to if you got movement like that.
Mets are off to a good start, but nobody in baseball off to a better start in tonight's play on the mound than Max Fried, who is perfect. 15 up, 15 down through 5 in Los Angeles. The Braves have chased Walker Buehler, and now the Atlanta offense will take a peek at Evan Phillips. He's the first Dodger reliever tonight in Game 2.
Paul, you remember this guy in playoffs? I was saying, where did they get these pitchers? He came in and was dealing.
Well, Buehler was all around the plate tonight. 58 strikes in his 79 pitches, but that was your point, Brian. Don't let him get to strike 2.
Exactly, and the Braves did just that. They were very aggressive. And then Matt Olson's 12th pitch at bat really put Buehler behind.
Evan Phillips was originally a Braves draft pick.
Pitch for the Braves at 18. Good guy. Enjoyed him in the locker room, get to know him a little bit.
I like that attempt right there by Rosario. He has to really practice that because the shift is on with his speed. You know, you're struggling. Why not lay down a bunt, get your average going, get that confidence going.
Eddie's singled and scored tonight. So 2 hits for Rosario in this series. He had 1 hit for the season coming into Los Angeles. Right team, right time after his remarkable performance against him in the playoffs last year. Dodgers shift as this one's lifted to the left side. Alberto gives chase over near Ron Washington. And room on the warning track to take care of Eddie for out number 1. Travis d'Arnaud's hit a homer before he tries to duplicate that feat. Here's a quick message from Racetrack.
Fuel up like the Freeze does with whatever gets you going at Racetrack.
Braves lead 3-0, 1 out in the 6th inning.
Evan Phillips can't run it up there, as you just see, at 97. Also has a good sinker and a wipeout slider to righties. Primarily tries to keep that ball down, get a ground ball. d'Arnaud's already launched one tonight. Got to be feeling good.
There's that slider. And it's 0-2. Max Fried has been dominant. The Braves have given him a 3-run cushion in the middle innings. And that's a little low. One ball, 2 strikes. Glad to see Travis recovered from shoe gates earlier in the game. That's something lodged in there after the home run. As this one's on the ground to third, Alberto's got it. And the peg to first for the second out. Kelly, any idea what the heck was in Travis d'Arnaud's sock earlier tonight?
I think that is still up for debate, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if they thought it was like a long staple or a nail of sorts, but the best comment of the night, yeah, that's about as good of a look as you can get, but the best comment of the night by far from Walt Weiss, telling him he had to keep it in the shoe because he'd already hit the home run. So the rest of the night, guys.
Yeah.
There you go. Superstitious.
Yeah,
or a little stitious, whatever.
Well, he truly nailed the ball. That's one thing we know.
That's right.
For his second home run. And that bounces up there for Adam Duvall, who's 0 for 2. I don't think I've ever seen that happen to a major league player. The weirdest one I ever saw was a guy named Mike Sims, the Astros, was playing at Old Fulton County Stadium. It was the final weekend of the year. The Braves were trying to clinch the West. And Sims was standing in the batter's box, and a moth flew into his ear.
I got a story for you.
You would not have enjoyed that. Well, he didn't enjoy it either.
No, I bet, man. Holy cow. Played in San Diego with, it was moths everywhere, and I told Joe Torre I couldn't play. There's too many moths in the stadium.
Well, you bring your wallet to the outfield with you? Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The worst part was they go to Sims. They've got the big long forceps in the dugout, and that thing was still alive and flew away when they removed it from his ear. He had the batting helmet on and everything.
Can't even imagine.
BJ, you're the toughest partner I've ever worked with. Two-sport man, NFL hitman, and you're afraid of a little moth.
I'm afraid of bugs, man. That's my weakness.
And a swing and a miss takes care of Duvall. Evan Phillips with a 1-2-3-6. Nothing's bugging Max Fried. He'll take perfection to the 6th. Truist Park. Tickets, unlock offers, access exclusive content, and more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. It's Max Fried's night tonight, fellas. He's perfect through 5. He leads by 3, and he's got the bottom of the order coming up in Los Angeles. Alberto, Bellinger, and Barnes.
One of the keys right there, 41 strikes and 64 pitches.
That's pretty efficient, right?
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, filling up the zone with a variety of different pitches, working both sides of the plate as well.
Line drive into right, and it'll drop in for a leadoff single. So Fried will go to the stretch for the first time here in the 6th inning. Clean hit, 1 on, and nobody out.
In the situation right here, I'm playing right field. I am laying out and trying to keep that no hit alive. I mean, that's a ball to me where if you play it off the bat right, you got a chance.
I would agree. Would love to see a dive.
So let's see how Max does out of the stretch for the first time since his pregame warm-ups. Here we are, an hour and a half into the game, and he hasn't pitched out of the stretch until that one to Cody Bellinger.
Well, that's a great point. When that happens, you'll start doing that a little bit when you warm up. You take your warm-up pitches before. If you feel like you haven't got out of that stretch or may not be comfortable in that stretch, you can switch up your warm-ups.
This would be a good time for Max's A+ pickoff move. Alberto a short lead though at first with 1 strike to Bellinger. And a floater, and Bellinger thought that was too high.
Well, I kind of agree with him right there. I know he's 6'5", but that was a 7-foot strike.
I would disagree. I like that. Up in the zone.
Wow, that's too high. Come on. I know you would like it as a pitcher.
Some things never change.
I mean,
0-2 pitch. And fouled back. We'll try it again.
You see how that's middle? That's how you know he's got good stuff. Getting away with pitches, having guys swing at balls in the dirt. So he's got a little deception going tonight so far, as well as having good location and mixing his pitches.
So now all the perfect game no-hit drama is done. Now win the game. 0-2 count. Alberto a tiny lead again. Max stares him down. Now brings it. And d'Arnaud a nice stop.
Really nice block, Chip. And, you know, as a pitcher, if you have a catcher who can block, you're comfortable bouncing your breaking balls in certain situations. You're not afraid to throw it and really get on it right there. That's a big deal for a pitcher to be out there and feel comfortable, feel like he can really snap off the breaking ball, not have to be worried about a pass ball.
One ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get a chase, but this gets back to your point. They have power, they have patience. They need base runners down 3. This is the bottom of their order. They'd love to feed the top with Betts, Freeman, and Trey Turner lurking. Single runs for the Braves in the 2nd, the 4th, and the 5th. We're in the home 6th. As Fried has reached the 70-pitch plateau tonight. Right off his thumbs. Now let's see if that sets up the outside corner.
Wow. That's how you do it. That's how you go in right there. Do you follow that up with an inside fastball? Because you know in the back of his mind, he's saying he's setting me up for the slaughter right here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You just moved them, so even sometimes when you shuffle their feet a little bit, it's still hard to hit that slider away if you can make that pitch.
1 fastball away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Missed his spot. And got a check swing foul ball. Still 2-2. And Fried's thrown about 60 pitches out of the windup. Handful of pitches now to Bellinger out of the stretch. Fried has gotten the ball on the ground all night long tonight. Just 4 flyouts to go with 4 strikeouts, everything else on the infield grass. And he blew a fastball right on by. The down and away fastball strike, the best pitch in the game, and Fried picked a perfect time to use that.
How you doing, BJ? Outside corner. That is fuzz. 97 miles an hour right by Bellinger after a couple inside, making him conscious of that side of the plate.
Good sequence right there.
So a double play would send us to the 7th. Austin Barnes, the catcher. He struck out in his lone trip to the plate tonight. I was going to ask you, Bertie, how long it takes a pitcher to get comfortable out of the stretch after a 5-inning stint like Max. Looks like he's found the magic all of a sudden. Big strikeout of Bellinger. Now Barnes in the box.
Just being honest, when you have a no-hitter or something going on and you give up that first hit, there's some disappointment, a little bit of a letdown. I see no change in Max Fried's intensity, his focus. He's locked in. This is a big game, and as you said, now let's win it.
Beautiful curveball. And now 1-2 count.
Took a lot off of that curveball. He was slotted for a strike, and now the curveball for a strike. So Austin has to be looking for the fastball here.
Double play ball. There's one. Ozzie the turn, and Fried's faced the minimum through 6 tonight. He is relentless. Braves enjoy a 3-0 lead in game 2.
A couple hits on the night, and while it could be his history against Walker Buehler and just knowing the guy, it could have also been his home-cooked pregame meal thanks to the one and only Kenley Jansen. I want you to take a look at the spread the Braves closer put together here before the night. Of course, his off-season home now, just a couple miles up the road. He said about 40 minutes away, and he cooked this morning. This is a Curacao staple dish, guys, with plantains and conch fish and some rice in there. And I know aside from Arcia, it was Heredia and Albies who are also eating this. And of course, you know, Ozzie already with a hit tonight. And who knows, Kenley Jansen comes in and finishes this thing off. And that may be what they're eating every night. Am I right? Before the game, guys?
No question about it. If I got a couple of hits after eating something, I always stick with it if I get hot.
Who needs sage when you got conch fish?
I'd be all over that. That looks so good. Kenley, save us some leftovers as David Price takes over. Arcia the batter, and he wails away and skies it out of play foul. That's right, this is David Price, former Vanderbilt star, Tampa Bay, Boston, now with the Dodgers, 155 career wins. Did not pitch in 2020 because of health concerns concerning COVID. But a valuable part of this Dodger bullpen. And there's a bullet down the line. Arcia has a 3-hit game. And he'll jog into second with a leadoff double as the Braves fellas try to add on here at Dodger Stadium.
I love the aggressiveness. First pitch he saw, he was hacking, fouled it back, and gets a slider. Running in on the hands and able to turn on this ball. He is seeing the ball well tonight.
Boy, to the bottom of the lineup need a spark from somebody. And tonight, guys, it's Orlando Arcia.
To be a complete team, you got to have not just the bottom part of the lineup, but guys on the bench that when you put in, you don't lose a lot. Nice to see his swing coming around and been a big boost. And he's a shortstop playing a good left field.
But this is the situation where we have to start scoring leadoff doubles. We've seen it all series long. in the last couple of games and in San Diego. We got to find a way to get that runner in.
So this is an all Vanderbilt matchup. First Walker Buehler started. Now it's David Price, and Dansby Swanson out of Vandy is in the batter's box. Dansby 0 for 2 tonight. And to your point, Brian, perfect opportunity for ABC baseball. They've got the whole right side of the infield open if Dansby can shoot one that way here.
Right, especially when you know you're struggling. You know, you got to start sacrificing for the team. And here you're getting late in the ball game. Every run is important. And you got to sneak those 1 runs in the 7th, 8th inning to put the game away.
Yeah, add-on runs. They are gigantic.
Not only is this an all Vanderbilt matchup, but both players went 1-1 in the draft. I wonder how often that happens.
Yeah, true.
David Price in 2007. Great career with the Tampa Bay Rays, helped them get to the World Series to start. Detroit and Toronto, other stops for him. Over 2,000 strikeouts in the career of David Price, who's pitching in his 4th game of the season tonight. 0-1 for Swanson. Marcia with a 3-hit game. The Dodgers have just 1 hit so far tonight. Pitch. Pulled it to the left side, but it's going to be effective. Dansby hustling down the line. He beat it. Love to see that. You might be struggling at the plate, but you sniff out a hit by playing hard. And Dansby Swanson, for the moment, is safe at first with an infield hit. We'll see if the Dodgers challenge. At the very least, he moves the runner up to 3rd.
Hey, he got the job done, but hey, his speed, running down the line hard, right out of the box. Wow, that's close.
I think he's there.
I think he got his foot down too.
And the Dodgers are not going to challenge.
Good for Dansby there.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Dansby does not look like Ozzie when he runs. Does not look like he's flying. He is deceptively fast, and you've got to get rid of the baseball.
Great camera work there. He clearly safe.
2-hit game for Ozzie. Put it in play, you get a run. 2 on, nobody out for the Braves second baseman. 6 hits on the road trip, 2 tonight. First 2 hits on the road trip for Ozzie that didn't leave the ballpark. And you know what he does from this side of the plate. Look at that inside out swing. As you'll get off me ball. It's 0-2.
Saw Riley's check swing base hit the other way.
I don't know what that was. That was excuse
Maybe
me. I
should try
didn't
that.
mean to touch that ball. Looked like he said something to the umpire.
I wonder if he thought it might have been catcher's interference. Barnes shaking his head no as Price gets set. No balls, 2 strikes. And a token throw to first. Braves with 20 hits in the series. They've got a game to play. I don't know if you can say in a long time the Braves in the first 2 games at Dodger Stadium have had back-to-back games with double-digit hits. Trying to even it up with a victory tonight. Game apiece. Straw came out over the inside corner. David Price carved up Ozzie Albies, who has a last-minute argument, but he's the first out.
David used to throw upper 90s. There's 91 on the corner. A little bit of a cut right there, and it's good enough.
Well, let's see how often Matt Olson and David Price hooked up in the American League. Once. That's it. Guillermo Heredia has the most at-bats against him with 17 and 5 hits. But here it's Olson time. Fly ball gets you a run. And Price paints that down and away strike. Price rode that pitch to 14 straight division championships. Olson's walked in 3 trips to the plate. He's grounded out in his other 2 times. Lifted to the left and foul 0-2. Make sure you stick around for the stretch presented by Georgia Natural Gas. A Ronald Acuna Jr. update. Ronald began his minor league rehab tonight for the Gwinnett Stripers. They were in Jacksonville, Florida against the Jumbo Shrimp. That's their name, Brian. Yep.
Jumbo Shrimp.
0-2. This is the seafood portion of the broadcast. We had conkfish, now it's jumbo shrimp. So, you know it's late. Get you hungry here at 9 o'clock Pacific time.
Now I like the Chihuahuas. Way better than the jumbo shrimp.
And Olson didn't get that. A swing and a miss. David Price had 2 on, nobody out. Back-to-back strikeouts of Albies and Olson, and now it's up to Austin Riley if the Braves are to add on before the stretch.
Wow. Sometimes you get a little anxious when you finally get runners in scoring position. You don't see that often by Matt Olson striking out.
Yeah, only 4 at-bats this year with a runner in scoring position coming into play tonight. Matt's had 3 tonight. Swing and a miss by Riley. He was going for the downs. He's got a 2-hit night. Atlanta's done a nice job with 2 outs in this game. 2 of their 3 ribbies have come with 2 outs. Can Riley do it again? Broken bat and just foul. Pick out the one with a hit in it, Austin. David Price debuted in 2008. Austin Riley might have been 11 years old when he started with Tampa Bay. And there was nothing like experience in postseason play. Price has plenty of that. Pitch. Swing. Little pop behind first. Long run Betts. Good jump. Still going. And sliding. It makes a great catch on the warning track. It would have been a foul ball, but Mookie Betts makes a grab to end Atlanta's 7th inning threat. 3-0 Braves as we send you to the stretch presented by Georgia Natural Gas.
The Stretch is brought to you by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
We welcome you to the stretch presented by Georgia Natural Gas. Braves lead the Dodgers 3-0 in Game 2. That's one of the big stories for the Braves tonight. The other took place in Jacksonville, Florida earlier. Ronald Acuna Jr. began his minor league rehab as he comes back from knee surgery. How did things go in Florida? Let's hear from Ronald himself.
Los primeros 3 meses de la que fueron difíciles. Yo siempre pensé que no sé cuando volviera, no sé si iba a correr de la misma manera, pero ya veo que estoy mejor que antes.
Said the first 3 months of the rehab was the tough part, and he didn't know if it wouldn't come back it was going to be the same. But now that he got back and he feels healthy again, he feels actually that he's better than what he was.
So if Ronald Acuna Jr. feels better than what he was, look out Major League Baseball in early May when we hope he comes back.
Now, good to see him back on the field. And boy, that first swing, that straightaway center field off the wall, looks really good, and something that this Braves offense really needs. A guy that can drive the ball all over the field. We know he can run and do it all. It will be a welcoming sight to see him back on this field.
Superstar, can play center, right, left, incredible. And he is the guy that, not just in the Southeast, but fans all over the country, according to an MLB poll, picked to be the MVP of the year, even knowing that he was going to miss the first month of the season.
So, good start for Ronald Acuna Jr. We can't wait to see him back as we get you set for the bottom of the 7th and the ball game in Los Angeles. First, a quick word from Georgia Natural Gas.
Ready to play ball with a new gas company? Georgia Natural Gas knocks it out of the park with simple service and great rates. And when it comes to helping the environment, GNG's Greener Life program makes it as easy as paying your gas bill. Sign up with a home team today at GNG.com.
Max Fried hasn't looked green tonight, has he? He is pitching like the seasoned veteran and world champion that he is, trying to win his first game at Dodger Stadium. He's retired 17 of 18 batters and has faced the minimum through 6 innings with just 78 pitches. And he'll face the top 3 hitters for the Dodgers, Betts, Freeman, and Trey Turner.
There we go, third time through the order. You can mix it up now when you have multiple pitches, and you can throw all of them for strikes. So now you can give guys different looks. We'll see how he attacks the hitters now.
The way this thing's setting up at the moment, I don't know if Max will go 9 innings tonight. But with a 3-0 lead, we might see another reunion at Dodger Stadium. Kenley Jansen now closing for the Braves. But still a ways to go in game 2 for that to happen.
I think Kelly said earlier in the pregame that since we're out in Hollywood, a good story would be Jansen closing it off against Freeman.
That bounced up there, a rare miss for Max tonight. And the count is even at 2-2. Slow start for Mookie Betts. Hope that continues here in the 7th and for one more day. Charlie Morton's hoping the same continues. Charlie's certainly capable of making that continue. He'll pitch the road trip wrap up. First pitch 3:10 Eastern time tomorrow. Braves Live kicks us off at 2:30. The pitch. And Betts chased it. That ball danced and darted away from the right-hander's bat. Max Fried with 6 strikeouts and a great start to inning number 7.
My goodness, look at this changeup outside corner. Wiffle ball down and away after seeing the hook, the sliders, the high heat. BJ, it's hard to contend with 4 or 5 pitches.
Oh, that was nasty. He started him out with that curveball in, slotted in, threw the fastball on the inner half, and that changeup was really nasty running away from him.
Freeman's 0 for 2. Nice slider strike, 0-1. Freddie struck out in the first, tapped out to first in the 4th. From 88 to 77 on consecutive pitches. Riley shifts to the rover spot in right for the Dodger first baseman. 1 out, bases clear. '88, 77, 97. The pitch sequence to Freeman. Swing and a miss. It was tipped and caught. Max Fried, under the hands of Freddie Freeman, has his 7th strikeout.
Guys, this is not fair. After 97 away with cut on it, here's a two-seamer inside. Look at it run in at 94. Where did it go? That is not a pitch he throws very often. It tied up Freeman. Incredible.
I don't think Freeman saw him throw that ever again also.
No. He's saying, Max, I know you really well. You don't throw that pitch.
Wow, look at Riley right there.
Austin Riley's on an amazing run. Made a great defensive play earlier in the game. Our stat man Drew Jenkins looked it up for us. Counting postseason play, Austin Riley's made one error in his last 74 games.
I mean, that play right there shows you how athletic he is. He was up and ready to throw the ball to first base.
Little dribbler. Oh, Max Fried glove flipped it behind Olsen. Little indecision and a fast runner in Trey Turner. He reaches with an infield hit. Fried with a great defensive posture, almost made a miraculous play to end the inning.
This is the Bermuda Triangle. You'll see it's hit right here. Not quite sure. That little hesitation right there. As a pitcher, you don't have time to run a banana route. You have to go straight to the bag. But if your first baseman stays there, you have to adjust. That's a tough, tough ball.
Yeah, looked like Fried thought Matt Olson had that ball and he was running to first base to cover.
This is a great mound visit for Rick Kranitz. The emotion of the moment, big play, the exertion for Fried, the disappointment, the hard hit as he tumbled to the turf. Let him catch his breath with 2 outs. He's got 2 more dangerous hitters coming up for LA in a 3-run game.
And that's all you're saying right there as the pitching coach. Hey, you're doing great. I'm just giving you a breather. Let's make sure we're all on the same page. What do you want to do?
Tyler Matzik is the first man to even get up and play catch in the Braves bullpen. And as Fried about to make his 90th pitch in the game. Uniforms dirty. He's faced the minimum +1 through 6 2/3. Pitching at home and trying to shut down the Dodgers tonight. Turner is 0 for 2. You wouldn't figure Trey Turner to do any running in this spot, down 3 runs, and with the excellent pickoff move with the left-hander Max Fried sports. The Braves stole 2 bases in the 5th inning. One of them led to a run. 1 ball, no strikes.
Max Fried has these hitters off balance. Wow.
That's a mistake, but again, it beats him because the different types of pitches he throws.
A ball and a strike. Breaking ball up in the zone, then the fastball up in the zone, and Turner behind in the count.
That's when you know he has this team frustrated, because you don't see Justin Turner swinging out of the zone often.
The Braves are hoping this will be the last hitter of the inning. Be great for Fried to pitch 7 complete. Muncy on deck. And now the 1-2 pitch. He struck him out. Max Fried will finish with a flourish tonight. 93 pitches, 8 strikeouts, 2 hits, and a 3-0 lead. He has silenced this crowd at Dodger Stadium.
Your local Ford dealer. Delta Airlines. Keep climbing. And by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
Well, guys, the last Braves starter to go 7 innings with no walks in a game was the man that started tonight's game. Max Fried did it September 29th against the Phillies. If that was his last pitch and he threw 93 of them, well, he struck out the side in the 7th and finished with 8 punch-outs in this game. This is Alex Vesia, and he delivers to Ozuna. Strike one. 49th big league game for Alex. He came over from the Marlins in a deal for Dylan Floro.
Straight fastball. He throws a lot to righties up. There's the slider, has a change as well. BJ, the way Ozuna's hitting the ball well in BP, up and away, that high fastball up, which Vesia throws, he runs into one.
He's overly aggressive today for some reason. He normally takes those pitches, but he's swinging at a lot of bad pitches tonight.
Rifled that one past Trey Turner. So the Braves add on another base hit for Ozuna, who's 1 for 4.
When you're as good as Ozuna, you can swing at bad pitches and get away with it. That was a bullet. That ball was down. The curveball breaking down. And he hits a bullet past Trey Turner, man.
Every Brave has reached base at least once except Adam Duvall. Let's see if a long inning will change that. Rosario bats. He singled and scored tonight. One ball, no strikes. Ozuna at first with nobody out. Boy, another run would make you feel a little better.
That would spoil the drama of Jansen coming in and getting a save.
He still might come in. You never know. Slow roller hit to the right side. Muncy shovels to second for 1. And a slow developing play will force Ozuna at second. Rosario trades places with him. Travis d'Arnaud coming up. But first, a quick message from Zaxby's.
It's the new Signature Club with bacon and cheese, remixed by Zaxby's.
d'Arnaud's first swing of the night came on the first pitch he saw from Walker Buehler. He hit it into the Dodger bullpen and left. And 1 run tonight has been more than enough for Max Fried. Braves have scored single tallies in the 2nd, the 4th, the 5th. They have 11 hits. Big hole right side for d'Arnaud as Rosario a short lead, and he fills it. A base hit the other way. 2-hit game for Travis d'Arnaud, who's quickly getting an ambush reputation. 2 hits on 2 pitches tonight.
I mean, that's so Travis d'Arnaud, not trying to do too much. That was a fastball down in the zone. You watch him take BP. He loves driving the ball the other way and up the middle.
We saw him pull the home run. You guys are talking about his offense, and rightfully so, but he's also caught an excellent game tonight. His block and his pitch sequencing and preparation for these Dodgers, the way Max has hit his spots, it's been a symphony. It's been beautiful to watch.
Let's see if Duvall can reach base. As I said, the lone Brave not to be able to say hi to Eric Young or Ron Washington tonight.
But this is the position that he loves being in, runners in scoring position.
Vesia gets ahead, strike 1. Max Fried's faced 1 more than the minimum tonight. LA with just 2 hits. Matzek continues to get ready. He's going to come on for the 8th inning. Nothing in 1 for Duvall. And time granted by Andrew Fletcher, the home plate umpire and crew chief. No pitch.
Vesia went ahead and threw that ball because he'd already gotten into his delivery. Sometimes you get injured trying to hold up if you've already started your arm action.
How mad do you guys get when you do that?
If it's late, you get frustrated.
I wish I would have done that more as a hitter.
Now we're good to go. 1 strike for Adam. Braves are trying to end the Dodgers' 7-game winning streak. They're trying to snap the Braves' 8-game losing streak in this ballpark. In regular season play, they're looking good so far, out hitting LA 12-2. And Duvall takes that inside. A ball and a strike.
There's Matzek. How loud are the boos going to be when this guy comes into the game?
Well, that just pumps him up if that happens.
I talked to him beforehand. He said he really hopes the boos are deafening. As you said, BJ, that'll make him smile.
Yeah, motivate him.
1 ball, 1 strike. As someone said, might have been Joe DiMaggio, I could be wrong, they don't boo nobodies. And Tyler Matzek in the playoffs last year became a very big relief somebody in Major League Baseball, on the game's brightest stage. Vesia working deliberately, but is ahead in the count. Runners lead 1st and 2nd. Rosario and d'Arnaud the pitch. And Adam couldn't resist. Chased one up and out of the zone for the 2nd out. So he's 0 for 4 with a couple of punchies. And Arcia the hitter. Orlando's had the best night at the plate for the Braves with 3 hits, 2 doubles, and an RBI.
Add-on runs, Chip. So important late in the ball game.
Braves left Ozzie Albies in scoring position after he led off the 3rd inning. Riley was left in the 5th with 2 outs. Braves had 2 on, nobody out in the 7th, didn't score. 2 on, 1 out. Duvall struck out. That's the bad news. Good news is we lead 3-0. And in at the knees for a strike.
It's a rare time Orlando wasn't looking to swing at that first pitch.
This guy's making a living up in the strike zone, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got that good high fastball against righties that he likes to throw. I would have loved to have seen Arcia try to hit that to right center like he did earlier tonight. Looked like he was trying to pull one so BJ could say yeah, yeah.
That's exactly what it looked like he was trying to do. Go yeah, yeah. Get him down in the zone right here.
High fly ball center. Bellinger going back to the warning track, to the wall. He's got just enough room. Braves threaten, can't add on. 3-0, middle of the 8th. Fried, a lot of hugs and handshakes. That's our T-Mobile coverage cam for the best coverage in the game. We check it out via T-Mobile. Max Fried faced one more than the minimum, fellas. 8 strikeouts, 2 hits, and a 3-0 lead on a night when Atlanta needed it badly.
Absolutely love it. 93 pitches, 62 strikes. Here's what I really like, guys. Groundouts 8, flyouts 3. Keeping that ball on the ground, some big strikeouts. Give your catcher a hug. Well done.
Great bounce back game for him. He returned to the Maximus that I know.
So he's in line for his first ever win at Dodger Stadium. And now Tyler Matzek, the Braves pitching hero, one of them in the postseason, will face Max Muncy. And a 1-pitch swing, ground ball to second. Thank you very much. Muncy 0 for 3, and Matzek 1 pitch, 1 out.
That'll work. Guillermo Heredia checking in right field.
The Dodgers need a base runner to set up what could be a fantastic night. Kenley Jansen versus Freddie Freeman. Chris Taylor is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Max Fried retired 17 of 18 hitters. Faced the minimum, +1 through 7. When you think of big moments in Braves playoff history, and there have been so many of them, and when you take it up a notch to the LCS, what Tyler Matzek did to the Dodgers is one of the great pitching performances, not just in Atlanta Braves history, but maybe Major League history, considering the guys he faced and the magnitude of the performance.
You're absolutely right. And being at that game in the stadium, it was the loudest I've ever heard Truist Park. It erupted.
1 ball, 1 strike. And down and in for Taylor. 2 balls and a strike.
And the best thing was to strike out Mookie Betts, one of the best young hitters in the game, for that 3rd out. And his emotion that he showed coming off that mound was electrifying.
That's where I was going, right? Our sport sometimes is criticized because the stoicism with which players are expected to behave. A moment like that, if you can't celebrate the magnitude of that in your home ballpark and for your team, something's got to change. Right. And I'm glad he let her rip. It was great.
Gave me a great interview on opening day showing off that ring. One of the questions I asked was, hey, it wasn't too long ago you were out of baseball throwing against a wall, recovering from the yips. What a reward.
Full count. Got the inside corner. .93 pitches, 62 strikes for Max Fried tonight, as he's in line for his first win. The Braves need 5 outs with a 3-run lead. And fouled away by Chris Taylor. Charlie Morton, Tony Gonsolin tomorrow afternoon. The road trip will come to an end. Chance of Braves to go west and have a winning road trip if they can win tonight and tomorrow. You know, Charlie Morton, like Max Fried, looking for a bounce back game. The 3-2 pitch is high. There's the base runner for LA. And Hanser Alberto is coming up. We've been talking about Game 6. Let's relive it. It was dynamic. It was electric. Whatever adjective you want to use.
That was fantastic.
I mean, that's what you play the game for right there. For those moments.
Just got the chills all over again.
First walk issued by the Braves in the game. It comes in the 8th. Here's Alberto. And he flails away. Strike one. You guys talked about it when you face the Dodgers. Got to attack them. Can't give them free passes. Fried gave them none tonight. Oscar Inoa walked 4. Sean Newcomb walked 2. In game 1 at Dodger Stadium. You got to make them beat you. And Matzek has the stuff to challenge these guys. That one skipped up, however. Darno can't find it. Olsen has to pick it up in front of the camera well by the first base dugout. It's a 2-base wild pitch.
And this is what you don't want to do. Give Dodgers momentum. Get the fans into the ball game.
Nothing you could do. Curveball that hit the lip front of the plate. So Darno has no chance on that ball.
Good job by Matt Olson running after the ball.
As a pitcher, you don't worry about the run on third base. Yeah, you'd love to leave him stranded there, but you don't try to overthrow and strike him out here. Get and out. You got a 3-0 lead.
1-2.
To me, that's when Matzek at its best. Just attacking the strike zone with that fastball. Challenging hitters.
4th outing for Matzek. He's issued his first walk of the year tonight. He's ahead of Hanser Alberto, who didn't swing. 2-2. You can't fiddle around too much now. You got Bellinger next. And he potentially would be the tying run. Lefty, lefty or not. Matzek knows that. Big pitch in the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Little flare. Ozzie will play the hop. That's going to score a run. And the Braves will trade the out for that. It's a 3-1 game.
That's okay. I know you're not happy about giving up a run or walking someone, but you have the 3-1 lead. You didn't walk anybody else. You got the out. Get your 3rd out here. Turn it over to Jansen.
The best Bellinger could do is make it a 1-run game. Bellinger has flied out and struck out tonight.
But you look at this rivalry, Bellinger has really hurt the Braves in clutch situations.
Slider strike.
They always seem to find that big hit when they need it.
Another breaking ball, a beauty. So he has Bellinger at his mercy. Small sample sizes for Bellinger. He's hit lefties well this year, but not tonight. He's 0 for 2 against Fried and down 0-2 to Matzek. And 3 straight breaking balls, and Bellinger is done. So are the Dodgers. They cash in the walk and the 2-base wild pitch, but Atlanta maintains the lead after 8. The night shift doing good work again tonight. It's now a 3-1 score. A little insurance wouldn't hurt for Atlanta in the 9th inning. The Braves try to even up the series, and with a win tonight and a win tomorrow, they could win this set. Here's our player comparison. Tomorrow's starters brought to you by Landmark.
Charlie Morton on the hill. You see the ERA. Gonsolin for the Dodgers. Talking to Charlie, said, I'm not changing a thing. I hit a few guys in San Diego with the breaking ball, but I will be ready to go tomorrow.
Justin Bruihl is ready to go in the 9th for LA. He was an undrafted player. And here he is pitching in the Dodgers bullpen with Dansby Swanson starting things off.
Left side fastball slider, slings it a little bit. 88 to 93. Got a cutter And that slider goes up to 82.
Gave the Braves trouble in the postseason last year. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. This one squirts up the middle. And the flip to first takes care of Dansby for out number 1. Top of the order, Ozzie Albies coming up. First, a quick message from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
Let's see if Ozzie can put one in flight here in the 9th inning. 2 more hits for Ozzie, including a run scored and a stolen base. He's had a couple of awkward swings, though, his last 2 at-bats.
He's like Willie McGee. He will have the...
He will set you up.
You're so right, Chip. Awkward swing, and then the next thing you know, he turns on one. That happens in BP, too, not just in the game, you know. He's tough to figure out.
I just like the fact that it's a couple of hits. We didn't see a home run swing. Tells me he's starting to cut down on that swing and take advantage of those pitches.
Braves will take a base runner any way they can get it. In this 9th inning, Matt Olson next, Riley lurking as well. Dodgers will have their 9, 1, and 2 hitters, and yes, Kenley Jansen is getting loose in the Braves bullpen. Popped up. Freeman in front of the Braves dugout. Two away. Here's Olson. As you know, last night it was the reunion of Freddie Freeman seeing his teammates with the Braves. Kenley Jansen for so many years came out of the left field bullpen gates. He's an out away from coming out of the right field bullpen to try to close out the Dodgers.
Well, we saw the Hollywood story of Freeman. First at bat home run.
Whoa. Wow. That was higher than high. 1 ball, no strikes. They had a nice ceremony before the game, not just for Freddie Freeman, but for Kenley Jansen, too. And he got a nice standing ovation. I thought that was terrific. 1-0 count. Kenley has said that his first choice was to come back to LA. It was the same for the Dodgers, but when they signed Freddie Freeman, their unwillingness to go over the competitive balance tax threshold meant dollars were short, and Kenley Jansen, who wanted a 3-year deal, those dollars weren't there anymore, and so plan B was the Atlanta Braves. And after Kenley signed with Atlanta, Dave Roberts' club went out and traded for Craig Kimbrell, who picked up the save here last night.
Talking to Kenley before the game with other Dodger reporters and others standing around, he was bragging on the fact that he got to play for his favorite childhood team, the Braves. Just smiling, happy. What a great young man. Loved his energy, enthusiasm, and sitting around taking interviews on both sides all day. Very classy.
Started out as a catcher.
Yep.
Favorite player was Fred McGriff, the crime dog.
You need to have a talk with him about that, Brian. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And low. Jeff Francoeur said he knew and I think played with Kenley's older brother, Ardsley.
Yeah.
And Kenley used to ask Jeff to have Brian McCann send his old catcher's gear because he was bigger than all the other kids. B-Max gear was the only stuff that fit him. And that's right, Kenley was a catcher. As Olson didn't get that, Brule continues his good work against the Braves. But center stage belongs to Kenley Jansen. He'll try to close out the Dodgers in LA next. Let's go places. Buy the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And buy CarShield. CarShield cars go farther. The top 2 closers of this generation are going to appear in the first 2 games of this series. Last night, Craig Kimbrell. Tonight, it's Kenley Jansen, who makes his way in from the Atlanta bullpen. A mound he knows very well, guys. 350 career saves with the Los Angeles Dodgers. And even as experienced Brian as he is, the butterflies must be fluttering in this game tonight.
Yeah, no question about it. And you just hope he can control his emotions and go out there and don't try to overthrow, hit his spots like we've seen him do in his last couple of save opportunities.
Nice standing ovation by the Dodgers crowd. And yes, he did get checked by the umpire and get all of his warm-up pitches this time, unlike San Diego.
Yeah, that was refreshing.
Nice when you can get a complete warm-up.
This is Will Smith pinch hitting for Austin Barnes. If anybody knows Kenley Jansen, it's this guy, one of the Dodgers catchers. Got to get the first batter with the Thunder coming up for LA. You've got Smith, Betts, Freeman, Turner in a 2-run game in the bottom of the 9th inning. Last night's game, if you had to describe it as a screenplay, would be a tearjerker. Tonight, with Kenley Jansen protecting the 2-run lead, it's high drama in game 2. A ball and a strike.
Nice pitch right there. Jansen had a problem of flying open a year ago. At the beginning of last year, he does the little hip shimmy, and what that does is gets him in line. It's a reminder to stay on track. His velocity went up a couple miles an hour, so he's continued doing it.
Pop fly foul and out of play for Smith, who's batting .269 for the year.
I'm glad you explained that. I thought that was just a deception move for pitchers.
No, it's just a reminder to stay close so that he can stay on line going home. And started to become a little trademark. I'm going to call it the Jansen shimmy.
Base is empty, a ball and 2 strikes. High fly ball, no carry to that. Who wants it? Heredia says he wants it, and there's out number 1. Mookie Betts, the batter.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, BJ.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Mookie Betts is 0 for 3.
Fastball in there. That was just nasty.
And he just doesn't throw the ball straight. It's got some English on it. It's got cut to the left, and it's hard. And here's the last thing. It's late, and that's really hard to pick up as a hitter.
No balls and a strike for Mookie Betts. Base is empty. And he is painting corners. You talk about a guy that's fired up to pitch tonight. 96 from Kenley Jansen. That's not where he sits. He's got a little extra motivation here in the 9th. So he's way ahead with 2 strikes. That pushed him off the plate.
Well, they know him, but it looks like he knows these hitters as well.
Exactly. He is staying in on Betts, not allowing him to extend those arms.
Braves Live post game will follow game 2. It's presented by Xfinity. Right now, Atlanta in command, leading 3-1. The pitch. Betts spoiled that. Freddie Freeman is on deck. Freeman has 3 career hits against Kenley Jansen. Mookie Betts is 0 for 1. That came when Mookie played with the Red Sox. So here we go. The pitch. He struck him out. Climbed the ladder. Mookie Betts 0 for 4. And here we go, as we thought. At some point in this series, it was coming down to Jansen versus Freeman, and it's coming your way in Game 2.
No way did it work out this way.
It's Hollywood. It
is.
Got to.
Exactly.
Got to.
Freddie Freeman 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts.
Got the Freddie chats going on. That has to be a distraction at some point.
One ball, no strikes. Lifted high in the air toward left and left center. Duvall is there at the warning track. He's got it, and the Braves beat the Dodgers. Kenley Jansen comes home to Los Angeles, gets the final out from former Brave Freddie Freeman. Max Fried brilliant through 7 innings. Orlando Arcia with 3 hits and an RBI, and the Braves have a chance to not only win the series tomorrow, fellas, but head home with a winning road trip.
Great bounce back game for the Braves offense, and Maximus returned 7 innings of 2-hit baseball.
I'll tell you what, they out-hit the Dodgers yesterday, did again tonight. Didn't score as many as they would like, but it was enough. Max Fried, stellar. Charlie Morton going tomorrow. I'm feeling good, Chip.
Max Fried's first career win at Dodger Stadium, 7 innings of 8 strikeout ball. He faced 1 more than the minimum, and Kenley Jansen nails it down with a 1-2-3 ninth for a big save in Los Angeles. That is your final. What a game. Charlie Morton on the mound tomorrow with a chance to win the series. We'll be on the air with Braves Live at 2:30 over on Bally Sports South. For Kelly Kroll, Paul Bird, Brian Jordan, Chip Carey, thank you for joining us. Stick around. Braves Live is coming up next.